Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is your love life reading for the second half of November. So it's a little bit of a different format this time. There's an explanation in the description for why that is. But for now, I'm going to get straight into your reading. The overriding energy of your reading is the Five of Cups. Now I have to admit, when I first pulled the tarot cards for your reading, Sagittarius, there was like I swear, I literally let out a groan of like, oh, not again. Because I have a Sagittarius rising sign, so, I mean, this reading pertains to me as much as it does to anyone listening to this. And it feels like we've been waiting forever. Like, we keep getting told that, I don't know, like back in October, there was so much hope and so much this feeling that things were going to be okay. And then things went kind of downhill after that, and it was like, I don't know what's happening. But the Five of Cups talks about grief, missed opportunities, regrets. There are some Sagittarians out there that will be grieving for the loss of something. But the energy of the Five of Cups very much says, don't get bogged down by that which has been lost. So I think quite a few Sagittarians have been hurt so badly by someone in their past, someone that left them, or, just the loss of a relationship, or just the way they've been treated in a relationship. Even for those of you that are in relationships right now, maybe the way you've been treated by your partner, it's left you feeling so hurt and so dejected, like this guy, kind of bent over the bar, that you may not be seeing that there is still hope there. What this guy doesn't seem to see is that the barmaid, she's bringing over 2 cups, but he doesn't even look up. He doesn't see them. Now, the 2 cups in this always speak to me of the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is that kind of soulmate relationship, karmic relationship. It's that beautiful, loving, supportive relationship. So it's like that is there for us. That maybe the pain and the heartache and the loss and the regrets, or whatever Sagittarius has had to go through, that was to lead you to the Two of Cups. So the overriding energy is to say, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in this Five of Cups energy. And don't lose hope. I know it's taking forever, but don't lose hope. And I mean, this theme is continued in the first card, which is what is at the heart of your love life for the second half of November. And that's the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about being stuck, and it's very much a very similar message to the Five of Cups. This is feeling stuck, but this is not so much. Whereas the guy in the first card in the Five of Cups, he's dejected and he's given up all hope and he's very sad and very upset about everything that's happened. The guy in the Four of Cups, he's kind of laid back, and it looks like, he's got his sleeves rolled up and he's got 3 cups in front of him, and he seems to be ruminating over a problem. So you've not entirely given up, Sagittarius. A lot of you have not entirely given up. There's still this hope there. You just can't figure out, though, how to solve this. How do you get the love life that you want? And there's this kind of need and desire for that love life, but you just feel like, I don't know what to do about this. And that's whether you're single or in a relationship. Now, again, with this, it's those 3 cups. So very much like the Five of Cups, in the Four of Cups, we have a man looking at 3 cups, but rather than being dejected like the man is in the Five of Cups, this guy seems to be more contemplative. He seems to be lost in thought, trying to figure out, puzzle through a problem. Now, some Sagittarians may find themselves in a love triangle, and I don't always get that message. I do not always get that message with the 3s, but because there are 3 cups twice, it feels like some of you are dealing with a love triangle, but if you are, I don't think it would be something that you're aware of. So if you're not aware of a love triangle, please don't think that you're in a love triangle, or that your partner or person that you're interested in is cheating on you, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the way the 3 cups have come up in both cards, and one guy's dejected, the other one's kind of thinking about it, you would already be aware of this. It won't be news to you if that is the case. For those of you that does not resonate with and that doesn't apply to, please try to understand that it may just be that you're feeling stuck. As a single person, you may not know how to start dating. As a person in a relationship, you may not know how to regain the love in your relationship or to reconnect with your partner. Now, just as in the Five of Cups, we have the Two of Cups being offered to the person and he doesn't see them. In the Four of Cups, there is one cup, like the Ace of Cups being offered. And the Ace of Cups talks about new love, new beginnings, reconciliations, reconnection. It's all about new love and a new kind of breath of life being breathed into your love life. Emotional growth, happiness, your cup spilling over with love. And this guy doesn't see that. He's so lost and caught up in the problems which the 3 cups represent. He doesn't notice that even though he's taken books down from the shelf, I'm assuming, to kind of figure out the problem, there is one cup still on the shelf, and that cup does represent the Ace of Cups. The energy that you're coming into this half of the month with is the Fool. And the Fool talks about new beginnings, a new journey being started, and it is a major arcana card, so that's a major new chapter beginning in your life. And I think that's what's got a lot of Sagittarians feeling stuck. The 5 of Cups seems to be like a hangover from whatever previous relationship or love situation or connection with a loved one that you had. And the 4 of Cups is very much about still feeling stuck. And I think you're feeling stuck now because the energy of the Fool that was there, that has recently been around you, it makes us feel kind of like the promise of, ooh, yeah, something new's about to begin. But then nothing kind of delivers on that. And you're thinking, well, hang on a second. What was all that hype about? Why did I felt like something was about to happen here. And this could be when you might have met someone and the initial meeting held so much promise that now nothing seems to come of it. So that can be why you have like the 4 and 5 of Cups at the beginning. And even though there is this great kind of Fool energy in the past that, would have kind of propelled you along and given you the promise of a new love life. But the present energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, it's interesting that you get this. Scorpio just got this as well in their reading. And Scorpio actually got the Serendipity card, which you have in the Oracle cards as well. So it feels like kind of fate is stepping in. And it's interesting that both spreads had the 2 cards that kind of echo each other. And before you guys ask, I know I said I just did that reading. I do clear the cards and shuffle them really well so that the energies are cleared and that none of the same kinds of cards are less likely to come up. So they're not just there and the readings are tainted by the one I did before. So the Wheel of Fortune in your present, what that tells me is that this is a time of change. You're actually in the middle of that change right now. And the Wheel of Fortune can be when fate steps in. So as much as we create our own futures, our futures are not written in stone. We're always creating them. But there are times when spirit or the fates or whatever you call them, they do step in and they guide us to where we need to be. Things seem to have started off slowly, like from the Fool, but they will start to speed up now. There is going to be a change of energies around you. And what that's leading to is the 5 of Swords in the future. Now that can be a difficult energy. And it feels like there's going to be, it feels like conflict. The 5 of Swords can often indicate having to fight for something, having to fight for what we need, what we want. The 5 of Swords can show conflict with a partner. So if you're in an existing relationship, you may find yourself at odds with your partner at this time. And usually I would say the warning that I give with the 5 of Swords is pick your battles wisely. That's what the advice I always give with the 5 of Swords, that pick your battles wisely, because even though it doesn't show that you won't be victorious, the victory may be yours, but sometimes the victory can be empty because it costs you so much, in energy or emotion or psychologically or whatever way, but it may cost you more than you gain from it. However, in this case, I don't get that because we have the 9 of Wands coming up, as where you're headed, as the energy that you'll take into December. And 9 of Wands says, don't give up. Don't give up. You're really close to the end. Look at this guy. He's battered and he seems to be on the lookout. And it seems like he's been doing his job forever and he's tired and he wants to just leave. And that may be that he's been through the energy of the 5 of Swords. So he's been through that conflict. But the 9 of Wands says, you're so close to the end. 10s are all about completion. So 9 is just before that. You're just about to get to where you need to be. Don't give up just yet. Just don't give up. Now, that's not to say be reckless or stay with someone that you don't want to stay with. I think it has more to do with the hope. Because the first two cards, the Five of Cups and the Four of Cups, they speak of hope. The Ace of Cups that's being offered to you, the Two of Cups that's being offered to you, that's love and a relationship. So that kind of relationship that you want, the love that you want, it is there for you, but there's a little bit of turmoil to get through before you get there. And this is echoed by the Oracle card that you got from the Romance Angels deck. And it says, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I mean, at its essence, it's very, very clear. What do you want? That's what the card says. What do you want? And it may be that you don't know what you want. I feel like there's a time that's gone by, especially with the Fool energy, that you thought you knew what you wanted, and now things seem to be in turmoil again. Maybe with the Wheel of Fortune card right now, you've seen a different side of someone if you're in a relationship, or if you're interested in someone, or you're unsure of yourself. You're unsure if you want that kind of relationship. So get very clear on what it is that you want, because the promise of this card is that it is there for you very soon. And that's what the Nine of Wands says as well. That you're almost there. You're almost there. The card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck is Serendipity, number 18, Serendipity. And I'll read the meaning from the book. The essential meanings are opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. Relationship message. Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey. Someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. So, I mean, this card very much echoes the promise of the Two of Cups and the Five of Cups and the Ace of Cups. That's kind of on the shelf in the Four of Cups. The love life that you want can be yours. You just have to follow the signs. What is it that you want? Have you experienced any synchronicities? Those of you that the Five of Swords is saying that you're fighting against being with someone for whatever reason. I'm not saying that if someone's bad for you to resist that. Please resist that. Don't go with that. But I mean, for some of you, it feels like you may be, there are arguments. I see arguments, and a lot of these may be in text form. I don't know why I'm getting that. But just conflict and arguments that's being communicated back and forth, but in text form. So be careful with your words. Don't be too severe. If you really don't want to be with someone, then make a clean break. Don't get into a war of words or an argument. If, on the other hand, what you're wanting to give up on, or, the sense that you now think, I don't know if I've got the energy to do this, is if you're fighting for a love or someone that you feel might be your soulmate, or you have that kind of connection with, then please don't give up yet. Decide what it is that you want. You don't even have to focus on the other person. Focus on what it is that you want. What is it in your heart of hearts that you really want?